Right, we're going to be doing the interpenetration and development drawing of the 2023 paper, IEB 2023. I'm going to start out here and I'm just going to break these circles up into the 12 parts as fast as I can over here with these set squares. Just doing that and flick that around and there we go. That's 12 over there. Do the same story over here. Zap that there, zap that there. Zap that there, take that across there, and we're good to go. Right, next thing that we're going to do is that we are going to label these circles over here. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, and number 12. Right, once I've got that, I'm then going to take this information across into this drawing over here. Just take some lines coming across over here from these points coming across. These are all construction lines. I'm doing them in color just so that you guys can see them more clearly, but they should be construction lines. Even if you are using color as your construction lines, they need to be very light. Right, once I've got that, I'm now going to come over here and I'm going to go, there's number 1. I've got number 12 and number 2 over there. 11 and number 3 over there, number 10 and number 4 over there, number 9 and number 5 over there, number 8 and number 6 over there, and number 7 right down at the bottom over here. Right, I'm going to come in over here and I'm going to draw in a little XY axis idea. All right, so I'm going to draw an XY axis over there, label it X and Y over there, right? And what I need you to look at is transferring these numbers. A little bird flying along, looking down on top of this thing, the line that he's going to see right at the top, if there was a line, would be number 1. And that would be in the middle of this thing. So you can straight away, you can go, there's number 1 and number 7 underneath it. Now the problem is to know which side of this thing the 4 and the 10 is going to be. If I come over here and I draw another little XY axis over here, okay, these are play XY axes, okay, they're not particularly accurate, but it'll give you the idea. Number 4 is furthest away from the XY axis, therefore, when I come over here, number 4 is going to be furthest away from the XY axis. There will be number 4. Number 10 is close to the XY axis, there's number 10 over there. Right, once I've got that, I'm just going to draw some lines coming across over here from all of these points coming across. These are also construction lines coming across. There's the going one in the middle there, going across there, going across there, and going across there. Right, okay, let's go for this. I can easily see that that is number 10, that is number 4. But which one of these is going to be a 1 and which is going to be a 7? Right. Over here, you're going to come over here and you're going to say, well, draw in another little XY axis story over here. Let's call that an XY. Okay, X and Y, all right? I'm now going to go to this axis over here and I'm going to say, number 1 is furthest from the XY axis, therefore number 1 is going to be furthest from the XY axis. Number 7 is going to be close to the XY axis. There's number 7 over there. And then I can label this thing quite easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 over there. Right, once I've got that in place, I can then look and see as to how to get this curve into penetration. All right, so let's get this point 4 going across to 4 dash over there. There is 4 going across to a 4 dash over here. Right? There is 4 dash over there. Right? Okay. I have got number 5 and number 3 over here. I've got a 6 and number 2 over there. 7 and 1 we've already drawn in. Number 8 and number 12 over there. I've got a 9 and a number 11 over there. Right. Okay, let's do the 5 and the 3. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to take a line coming up from where 5 and 3 cut over. I now look over here and I can see there's 3 coming across, and I will be able to put a 3 in there, and there's 5 coming across, and I've got a number 5 over there. Right, the next numbers that we are going to need are very difficult to find for some people, and they are going to occur on this corner over here. I'm going to call this corner A and B. All right, I'm going to call that A and B. The reason being is that there are going to be 2 points that you are going to find over here. Taking a line out from A and B, it's going to come across and it's going to cut in 2 places. I'm going to call this point over here A, and that is in between 5 and 6, and B, which is in between 2 and 3. I'm now going to take my pair of dividers and I'm going to measure this little distance over here between 3 and 2 to where B is going to be. Note 3 going towards 2, 3 going towards 2 on this diagram over here. Take that across, that would be B over there. Note B over there. B coming across over here to, well, the corner. There is the corner. So B is going to be situated on that corner over there. B is over there. A between 5 and 6, between 5 and 6. So 5 going towards 6, 5 going towards 6 over there. There would be A over there. And I can now take that across into my drawing. And it hits the corner at that point over there. That would be A over there. Right, so I've got my A and my B, and you'll be able to see that I've got a nice little curve that's going to happen over here. A going to 5, going to 4, going to 3, going to B. Okay? A going to 5 and 3 on that corner. 5 dash and 3 dash, if you think of it. Going to the A's and the B's, okay? And because all of that is on this side of it, of this thing, I can see it, therefore I can draw that in dark straight away. That is done in dark because it's on the side of this hexagonal prism, and the other stuff that's going to happen is going to be either on that face or on the other side over here. Right. Okay, coming over here, we've got 6 and 2. Okay, so I've got a 6 dash and a 2 dash. Going over here, 6 dash and 2 dash are going to be exactly on the face over here. So coming across from 6, there will be a 6 over there, 6 dash over there, and 2 coming across over here will come across to the face over there. There is my 2 dash over there. Right, so B is going to go 2, 2 dash. B is going to go 2, 2 dash. All right. I'm just going to draw a little line going from B to 2 dash just to get that in your heads. A going to 6 dash over there. Right. 6 dash then needs to go to 7. Okay, 6 dash going down to 7. 6 dash going down to 7. And that's still on that face. So 7 coming across here. There will be 7 dash over there. And I'm going to draw a line coming down from 6 dash to 7 dash. It's straight down from 6 dash to 7 dash. Right. 7 dash then needs to come across to what? 8 dash. Unfortunately, I can't just draw a line going straight across because there's this corner over here. And I'm going to label that with another 2 points. We're going to call that C and D. From that corner over there, I'm going to take that across into the circle over here. So taking C and D, coming across over here, I'm going to label this corner over here, number C, this corner over here, number D, and I'm now going to take that same method. 8 going in the direction of 7 is C. Go and find over here, 8 going in the direction of 7. There is C over there. And I'm going to take that across to the corner. There it is, coming across over here. And at that point over there, I've got C over there. There is C over there. come over here. Number 12 going in the direction of 1 is D. 12 going in the direction of 1 is D. There is D over there. And I'm going to take that across and hits the corner over there. And I have got point D over there. D over there. Right. Okay, let's just have a look-see at this. I need to find these 2 points over here. That is 8 and number 12. Okay, 8 dash and 12 dash. Come up over here. You can see that they are touching at that point over there. So I'm going to take that up into this drawing. I'm going to use this color over here. Taking that up into the drawing. And I go over here and I find where 8 is. There is 8 coming across and latching on there. There is 8 over there. And number 12, we said. It was 8 and 12. Yep, 8 and 12. There is number 12 over there. Coming across over here. 12 coming across and latching on over there. There is number 12 over there. Okay, at that point. What do we still need? We need to find number 9 and 11. 9 and 11 at that point over there. Let's take that up over here. 9 and 11. Let's go over here. There is 11 coming across over here. Latching over there. That is number 11. And 9. There is 9 coming across over here. I've got number 9 over there. Okay, number 10. Number 10 is right on that corner. So I'm coming up over here. 10 coming across right the way to that point over there. There is number 10. Okay, so what have we got here? We are going to go to number 7. Okay, 7 then goes to 8. 8, where is 8? We said that 8 was over there, and I'm going to just do a little dot, 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 going to 9, going to 10 up there, going to 11 over there, going to 12 over there, going to, note, 12 goes to D, okay, and then D goes up to 1, but that's straight up over here, okay, and then 1 goes to 2, and you've got that already, and 3, 4, etc. So I can now draw a line coming down over there, just linking that up, and I've got number 1 at that point over there. Right, once I've got that in place, I've got this little curve that I've drawn over here, and that needs to be done in hidden detail. Coming around over here, it is a nice freehand curve that I've drawn. Coming around in hidden detail. Going up to D over there. Right, once I've got that, I then say that you need to develop these 3 panels over here. Now, we've got the true height of this thing coming across from there and there. Okay, and I'm just going to label these corners over here. U, V, W, and X over there. Right. Let's start over here, and I'm just going to draw a line coming up over there, and I say, well, from U to V is this distance over here, U to V, pop that in very accurately there, and draw a line going up over here. Right, U to V, label it U and V, okay. V to W is going to be that distance over there. V to W is going to be that distance over there. Draw a line going up over here. And we are going to label that W. And W to X is that distance over there. W to X is that distance over there. Right. Okay. Once you've got that, we are now going to have a look-see at this idea of where is V, okay? There is V coming out to where this point 4 is over here. V coming out to that point 4 in the direction of U. V going in the direction of U, place a little notch there, and draw a line coming up over here, and I can now take a line coming across from point 4. There is point 4 over there, coming across from where point 4 is over there. So there is point 4 at that point over there. Right. The next two numbers that I've got here is 3 and 5. So V going in the direction of U, I can find 3 and 5. That distance over there, V going in the direction of U, pop that in over there. And I'm going to just knock that in there. And I'm going to draw a line going up over here. And I then look for 3 and 5. Right, where is 3 and where's 5? Oh, phew, this is tricksy over here. There's 5 over there. 5 coming across. You can see that coming all the way across. There is 5 over there. There is 3 up there. All the way across. All right. Okay, what's the next thing that we need to do? Well, we've got this A and this B on that corner V. There's V over there. I need to find the A and the B. Let's just find those two. I haven't labeled them yet. No, I have. There they are. There is A over there, and there is B over there. Right, so I can take those two across to the corner V. Coming across over here, there is corner A over there, and coming across from corner B over here, there is B over there. Right, once we've got that, the next thing that we're going to look for is 6 and 2. Right, 6 and 2 is right on this face, okay, and you can take this measurement from V going in the direction of W, and I'm going to find 6 and 2. V going in the direction of W, mark off, take a line coming up over here, and I'm going to be able to find 6. 6 coming across. There is 6 over there, and coming across from 2, there's 2 coming across, and 2. Right, once we've got that, the next numbers that we're going to have are 1, 1 and 7 over here, okay? What is the distance from V to 1 and 7? There's the distance from 1 and 7 in the direction of W. V going in the direction of W, and I can draw a line coming up over there to find 1 and 7. There is 7 coming across over here, 7 coming across, label it, and 1 coming across, and label it. Right, once I've got that, I need to find the corner over here, C and D, okay? That's the next thing that we have on this line, and that is on corner W. So we look for C and D. There is C over there, okay? I'm just going to take C and D. There is C coming across, and D coming across. C is down at the bottom here, C and D over there. Right, after you've found C and D, we then need to find the distance from corner W going in the direction of X, and I have got 8 and 12. Come over here, W going in the direction of X, okay, so there's my X over there, and I will be able to find 8 and 12. Take a line going up over here, and take a line coming across from 12, There is 12 coming across over there. Label it, number 12. And from 8, there is 8 coming across. And I've got 8 at that point. And then the next numbers that we need are 9 and 11. Distance from W coming across to X to where 9 and 11 are. Distance from W coming across to X. That's where 9 and 11 will be. Take that up over there. Find 11. 11 coming across over here. Crosses over there. Label it number 11. And 9. There is 9. Sorry, where's 9? 9, 9. 9 coming across. There is 9 over there. Okay. And the last number that we need to find is number 10, which just so happens to be exactly on that line X. So 10 coming across over here, and you can find 10 smack over there. If I drew a line coming across over here from 10, you can see how that links up over there. I now have that little curve, 8, going to C, going to 7, going to 6, 6, going to A, going to 5, going to 4, going to 3, going to B, going to 2, going to 1, going to D, going to 12, going to 11, going to 10, going to 9, going to 8 over here, and then I can draw in this beautiful curve coming around. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. La di da di da di da. Coming in there and coming around over here, just following that feathering that I have in place. And there we go. And once you've done that, please don't forget to draw these lines. You'll get some marks for these. Coming down over there, line coming up to that point, line coming down to that point. Note the corners of this thing, quite important. You get marks for these lines, so make sure that you put them in. And just do that. Whoops. And come up here and draw a line coming across over there. And then you can also write in development. Development of A, B, C. There we go. And that's drawing done.